Shubor nakaslem jong unongsan Hima.
Vice President Jong India Jagdeep Dhankar hagasngi balang jong katayo kakandre tarik risau arajar arpusau ulabu maunong rim na kabenta ka Meghalaya Skills and Innovation Hub hakajingedan lang jong ulat kajela CH Vijaya Shankar harengkat menteri rangba kajela Konrad Sangma lembat ke menteri katanat ke kot kekhia ke Dr. Maisel Amperin Lingdo. Vice President Jong ulah pelipat baru ke CM Business Catalyst Student B Plan Challenge kabaka IIM Shillong kalaya soye ke soskular jong jingas ngoto jingmut hapadeng ke UNDP bat ke sarkar jilla na kabenta ban Jingkiew ya kilat ban sengkam lajong. Habakran na kasngi na kalyang Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar ulayaro yung menteri rangba ke jilla Konrad Sangma halor ki senjam ban wan ra ya ke jingkela ke ban yarap ban Jingkiew ya ke saptrekam bat ke jingla jong ki breu ke jilla. Shishola pentipru baya ke Meghalaya Skill and Innovation Hub anshna ke jinghe ke bahado nreu point san pusau akar ke jaka haneu Shillong ha ke jinglut ke bahanyo puhnyo point san klor tengka. Kini ke senjam kan yarap ban penbiang ye ke jingdon kam jong ki samlan ke benta ki ban sedang ye ki kam ban ai jing hikai badru ban ye trailang ringkat hakikar khana. Jagdeep ula benrap shisho de ke baong ke office ke bahakli do jong ke president ke ri kadai ke balai alam de ke Kynthei ke badai ru ke reolom bat ke DGP ke bamenta jong ke Meghalaya ru kadai ke Kynthei bat ke balong ke sin ke baningkong ye ke jela bakan yo de ke Kynthei ke bana reolom kabadon ye ke jinya lenti ke bajingai ban pen inuksa halor ke jingkela dur jong ke ri bat kala jong ke Jingkiew Shakhmat. Udhangkar ula ongru bo menteri rang bado ke ri Narendra Modi ula pli ye shibon teli kilat kilenti ne benta ki kena samla lingba ki saptrekam da pher bat ki program ki bala sedang de ke sarkar. Ula ongru bala depan manghadu hundru po hajar kelur tingkan ke benta ki sanlak ngut ki kena samla halor ki saptrekam jong ki hakisan senam ki ban wan hapo keri.
Thank you, sir, for doing us the honors.
Enormously talented. Her address was very impressive, insightful, and indicates a sharp grip on the jokes she's assigned. My congratulations to you. We have amongst us two honorable ministers, Sri A.L. Hek, Minister for Animal Husbandry and Veterinary, and Sri Rakam Sangma, Minister for Education. Your presence means a lot. Sri D.T. Wala, Chief Secretary, Government of Meghalaya. He laid the foundation by prefacing it very well. And when a bureaucrat does it, it is a message for one and all. We have also the presence of Professor D.P. Goyal, Director, II, Shillong. I must in particular express my deep sense of satisfaction and elation. It was a delightful moment for the entire country when we had Madam Draupadi Murmu as our president, the first tribal woman to occupy such high office. I must share my joy that we have amongst us a bureaucrat Ida Shisha, Nam Ram, the first woman DGP of Meghalaya, and the first tribal lady from Meghalaya to be DGP. These twin credentials define changing profile of India's growth trajectory. As Chairman Rajya Sabha, I was in the chair when reservation was made for 1/3 women to be in Lok Sabha and state legislatures. Distinguished bureaucrats, and most importantly, boys and girls. At the outset, let me extend an invitation to two categories. I will request the Honorable Chief Minister that in batches, I would invite students to be my guests at Indian Parliament, new building of Parliament. This is an ongoing exercise, and I get energized, enthused, motivated, inspired when I interact with them in Rajya Sabha Secretariat. I can assure you, you will have a lifetime experience to see the new building of Parliament. In the face of COVID, the building came into being in less than 30 months with all infrastructure, depicting our civilization at a depth of 5,000 years. And I am sure the batches will start coming from November. I will depute an officer to coordinate with the Office of Chief Secretary to make things smooth. Vijay Shankarji, a man of great experience, exposure, and proficient in administration. His presence would mean a lot to the state of Meghalaya. Sri Conrad K. Hima, Honorable Chief Minister of Meghalaya, looks younger, but still feels he is in the 15% category. He wants to be in the 85% category. I have to look at my category. You are lucky. But let me assure you all, and the Honorable Governor pointed out, the demographic composition of the state is very stupid also, and is a perfect recipe for success. The teenage youth, the mid-level youth, the mature youth, yeah, and the 15% category. 15% category is also good cholesterol required. Chief Minister, with passion, laid out fully the programs. I was very attentive. I am mightily impressed. These will have far-reaching consequences for the better. They will generate an ecosystem where everyone will have an opportunity to exploit talent and potential, realize their dreams and aspirations. It's a remarkable achievement that will be game changer. What I show here, and much of it already in progress, I can visualize the days of this state are for the better and role model for other similar states. My congratulations to you and your team for being very thoughtful, futuristic, and taking into consideration our contemporaneous needs and requirements. Congratulations. Dr. M. Lindo, Honorable Minister, handling civil, and that I have done with some other states in the Northeast to invite their legislators to be my guests, and I'm sure here also, the Honorable Chief Minister, Leader of the House, and keeping in mind that his father was a very illustrious Speaker of Lok Sabha. He himself has been in that theatre. So has been the Honorable Governor. A visit by legislators to Indian Parliament will make all the difference. It will add value to their work pattern. The subject of skilling is indeed of contemporaneous relevance. And in that context, it was my delightful moment to be associated with two significant programs and presence for the third one. Laying foundation stone for Meghalaya Skill and Innovation Hub is not a small step. It will bring about big change. And I'm sure it will come into being functionally quite soon. Unfolding of the infrastructure reveals that its size is going to be gigantic, will attract attention beyond the state. But human resource involvement would also give cutting edge. I would particularly request the Honorable Minister for Skilling, Government of India, Shri Jong to have deliberations with the Honorable Chief Minister and the team. He is a dynamic minister with independent charge and has already revealed his mind by way of two very important articles. So the kind of passion I saw in the Chief Minister, the mission mode which he reflected, the execution for which he is known, I am sure this is going to be a real boon to the youth, because these are the times where skilling is no longer a quality, it is our need, it is our daily need. It was equally delightful to launch CM Business Catalyst, a student B-Plan challenge. That was amazing. I was a student of physics, not of chemistry. But I learned over the years that catalyst is something very important. You have to catalyze the change, you have to bring about the change you believe in. Someone has to take that step. And that step was taken by visionary Prime Minister Narendra Modi 10 years back. Because no one is more informed than I am about the situation of the country in 1989 when I was a member of parliament and a minister. How shaky we were on economy, how fragile was our foreign exchange balance, and what was the mood of the nation. Prime Minister thoughtfully, by visionary steps, has uplifted mood of the nation to one of hope and possibility. An ecosystem is in place now, where every young boy and girl can look for a larger basket of opportunities, much beyond just getting into government service. And I am therefore particularly enamored that innovation, which is our obvious forte, and skilling, for which we have to be global source center. Now the program has taken a structured method. But even without it, our health workers have contributed so massively outside the country, particularly our girls. They have earned laurels for the entire country. When I went to the Middle East, and when I got accolades, that what has come in several countries of Middle East, that infrastructure, they stand out in the world for that. The underlying bedrock of human resource is Indian genius. At a cutting edge, he frog leaped into larger space by indicating look east, act east. And that act east has resulted in communication getting exponential, connectivity being there, interaction taking place, airports number being doubled, and most of it is in pipeline also. It's a great place but challenging in several ways also when it comes to infrastructure development. But then one thing is for sure, Northeast is on the radar of the nation's development. Northeast is a significant contributor to India's unity, economic progress, cultural essence. And it is because of this policy of the present government that when I attended ASEAN for the first time as Vice President, there was a keen interest in several countries of that region. I was rectifying. When I talked about the impact we are having, I can tell you, things are right in right frame, in right mood. But some of us, out of ignorance, out of being ill-informed, do not appreciate what a nation is. A nation is not divisible as to who has how many roads, how many dams, how many airports. We are one whole. This is our identity. It's an identity that has survived in spite of the nation having been assaulted from outside on a number of occasions in last several hundred years. Therefore, boys and girls, the mantle is on you. The onus is on you. Be informed. Thanks to technological advancement, thanks to disruptive technologies, everyone now has a right of expression. An expression which earlier was captive of newspapers, TV channels, expression otherwise could not find way in public domain. Suddenly we find we can ourselves be at the center of expression. But can we afford to be loose cannons, ignoring our basic commitment to our nation? Can we allow on public platforms free fall of information that has no factual foundation? Let me come to the state of the nation today. The entire world is in admiration of Bharat. Its economy, its prosperity, its innovation, its human resource, its creativity. They can't believe that a nation of 1.4 billion people has internet connectivity virtually in every village, electricity in every house. The day is not far when every house will have tap water. These are big things. But these big ticket accomplishments are a ground reality also. And therefore, boys and girls, you are much luckier than us. You are really lucky to be living in a land that is known as Bharat. Which other country can rival in our cultural wealth? No other country. Which country can claim to be repository of knowledge, wisdom as our Bharat? Now, when we think of it, we have to get it closer to the requirement. Villages and semi-urban towns must be hub of skill centers of a kind. You can have them graded. For some, you need a high level of urbanization because of human resource requirement. But this will be a great game changer. And this is still for state of Meghalaya can bring about wonders, incremental growth into trajectory, a big economic upsurge related to tourism, for instance. Nature has bountifully gifted it. So soothing, this hole is air conditioned by nature. Just imagine, elsewhere we have tough time. So tourism by itself is sustaining the economy of several countries. You have to exploit it fully by having very talented, skilled people in the shape of human resource. Every tourist carries memorable moments of professionalism, excellence, because rest of things nature has given you. The engine of your economy can be driven singularly and on all cylinders by tourism. I was happy to note when I was interacting with the Honorable Chief Minister that he has a plan. The plan is in execution. But these days, while I advise every young boy and girl to be patient, I want 15% category to which the Chief Minister belongs to be impatient. To be functional 24/7. Because if we shape their future, if we shape their career, if we keep them away from stress and tension, if we keep them away from fear of failure, we will be contributing hugely to the growth of the nation. And therefore, this has to be done. Skilling by itself is capacity building. I have seen for myself. We don't take the first step. We fear it. We fear it thinking it is difficult. Let me tell you, there is no step which our youth cannot take. All are equal. You must be guided by your attitude and aptitude. But therein, if you get an idea in your mind, please don't make your mind as a parking place. Your mind is meant to be a crucible of innovation. Try it. Don't fear failure. Because failures are just not there. There are people who will always say, glass is half empty. Don't listen to them. Listen to those who say glass is half full. Chandrayaan 2, I witnessed the governor state of West Bengal. After midnight around 2 a.m., Chandrayaan 2 was very close to the lunar surface, but did not reach. Some took it as failure Chandrayaan 3 has demonstrated the success of Chandrayaan 3, giving Bharat the status of being the only country in the world to have landed its spacecraft at that part of moon. It was majorly because of Chandrayaan 2. When Prime Minister Modi could get the entire world on the same page, with United Nations declaring the shortest time with largest support of nations, International Yoga Day, the Prime Minister made a statement that we will have yoga instructors in every part of the globe. Yoga has become science. Yoga has become industry. Yoga has been associated with fitness. And yoga has been associated with our civilizational depth. Because the greatest knowledge platform for health, Honorable Minister is aware of it. Our Vedas, Atharvaveda, you'll find it. So boys and girls, this day indeed is a unique day. And this makes my maiden visit to the state of Meghalaya very, very special. It shall ever be etched in my memory. Honorable Chief Minister has been very kind. He has already extended invitation for a second visit. I remember when, as a president of the bar, I invited one of the persons. Are you free for dinner today? I am president of the bar. And the great lawyer is no more. Ram Jethlani, he said, think for a second time, Mr. Dhankar, I was a young guy, you were a towering giant. I had the good fortune to be a member of parliament alongside him. He said, I am in the habit of accepting good invitations for dinner. You can think again. I said, please go. I'm sure you must have thought of it. I'll make it. Hopefully I'll make it this year. Boys and girls. But they say in the United States, there is nothing like free lunch. So I accept the invitation with two caveats. I will entertain at least one group of students, boys and girls, and one group of legislators before I visit the state of Meghalaya. And this should happen in 2024. Skill development has to be understood. It is not something we are discovering or innovating. We would need a plumber, we would need an electrician, we would need a driver, we will need a carpenter, we will need someone who can deal with our computer. We will need them. They are already there. Skill means it gets the best out of you. Skill is optimal exploitation of the talent of a person in that specified field. And that gives the human resource a qualitative cutting edge. Focus on this aspect by the Prime Minister has been labored, is consistently reflected on this. And a big change has come. One, there is a dedicated ministry. Two, there is an allocation of 60,000 crores over a period of 5 years, where 5 lakh youth will be given such kind of inclusion. That when we are destined to be a developed nation at 2047, most vital contributors. You are most significant stakeholders. You are drivers of the engine. And I have no doubt this engine will not fail. Am I right? Am I right? This engine will not fail. Let me have a loud voice. This engine will not fail. आवाज कम है, हाँ, स्माइल काफी है. इसको कहते हैं कनेक्टिविटी. पूरी दुनिया में देखो, look around. If there is heaven, it is in India. If there is heavenly spirit, it is in Meghalaya. जब ऐसे हालात, boys and girls, I am leaving this place with full confidence, with certainty that Bharat, that is on the rise at the moment, the rise is unstoppable. This rise, no one can impede. I am optimistic. I am optimistic because I see your potential. I can read your intent. I know you will exploit all your energies to make this nation great, make yourself a worthy citizens, and make your families and teachers ever proud. I am indeed privileged to be part of this unique program. Thank you so much.